Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. Everybody's having like a good holiday. That is, if you're celebrating, and if you're not celebrating, hopefully you're having a good day as well. And just wanted to connect today. Of course, it being a holiday. I was raised personally. I was raised Catholic. I'm not. I would never not never consider. You know, one we could only ever hope to celebrate every religion. That's for sure. But it's certainly not something that would define me. But anyway, I did want to send a quick message. If we want to call it a Christmas message because it's on Christmas, that's fine. But mostly it's about belief, and I think it fits in really well because, if you know, I have an 8-year-old, and it's really beautiful seeing, how the that really innocent, pure belief in Santa Claus is so strong, so rich, and something that many times as adults we need to return to. I do have like a few topics I'd like to cover briefly. I'm hoping to get this talk done in under 10 minutes. But belief's a curious thing, right? As adults, we have a tendency to dispel a lot of the wonderful magic that is around us. And we end up losing faith, belief, trust in things. And it's really something that we maybe should learn to practice more often. There's no doubt that this concept comes up in yoga, right? It mainly comes up in the concept of Shraddha, which is in the Yoga Sutra, we have in Sutra 120, it's the very first character to a successful practice, right? There's five of those. So Shraddha, really believes like it really translates as like a very deep conviction in something, right? It is something that as yoga practitioners, we can only hope that we become really kind of convicted to the principles, the teachings of yoga. But of course, this whole concept, of course, extends to realms of spirituality as well, maybe various religions. But as one of my teachers likes to put it, it's we could say it's certainly a Shraddha is like this deep conviction to God, deep faith in God, or belief in God, or excuse me, or like kind of like a belief in your own principles, deep belief in yourself. After, of course, you purify the mind through the practice of yoga, right? We can't just you know as yoga practitioners, we can't allow the ego to go unchecked and just kind of celebrate ourselves. That's not the idea here, right? It is largely about kind of believing more or less in the deep connection you have with yourself, with and that of nature as well, right? And really feeling that unification, right, between the individual spirit and the complete spirit, right? The all that is the vast, the Tao, whatever it is that you might be um, celebrating. Now, you know, obviously it's Christmas. Tomorrow's the beginning of Kwanzaa as well. It's a really, kind of beautiful holiday. It's really just like a time of reflection, right? 6 days of reflection. So from the 26th to the 1st, I think, 7 days. Yeah, 7 days. But the last day is about faith as well, right? It's about like belief. So, there is like magic in um, we obviously can't just have like blind faith in something or believe something so blindly. We've got to, kind of more or less learn about a thing, but at the same time, there's an element of surrender to, a particular practice. Again, maybe a religion or a spirit, your spiritual practice, and that's one of the most, quite honestly, like if you don't have that, it's not going to work. So, right. So whether it's the magic of Christmas, the idea of like Santa Claus, the your belief, your faith in a God, the belief or the faith that you have in the connection, the unification of yourself, the individual spirit to the vast, the ever, the all-encompassing spirit. However it is that you might practice your spiritual uh, tradition, then it goes nowhere without belief. Right? It goes nowhere. So it's it's like the importance of an exhale if there were no inhale, right? You can't have one without the other, right? And in yoga, it's so important that we, kind of honor ourselves. We have this understanding of our own spirit and understand that it is, just a single part. It is a part of a much bigger whole. So belief, people know the practice of belief is kind of curious as well, right? Because you might again practice religions, or something like that, and you might go through certain rituals, and they certainly have their benefits. I'm not like a huge fan personally, and certainly no judgment for those who do, but I practice hatha yoga, right? That's my prayer, right? That's my the thing that I'm not just devoted to, of course, but it is something that helps me kind of connect. So whether it's just like lighting a candle, saying a prayer, doing your sun salutations, it doesn't matter. Playing music, right? Going out and running, just like kind of like or enjoying quiet, right? Deep meditation. These are all things that help us, the ritual, right? That help us practice belief, help us, again, whether it's God in mind or keeping this idea of unification of all things in mind, they should show up in all of the work that you do, all the practices that you do. Right? And again, that is a way that we might be able to deepen our faith. Keep believing, people, right? Keep believing. It's so important. Can't give up. But it's like if you stop believing, it's as if you give up on hope. All right. Well, have a wonderful day. Have a great holiday. Please continue to stay safe and keep others safe as well. Right? We've got a responsibility. I think that's like I was at day 5, I think, of Kwanzaa, right? Personal responsibility or collective responsibility, something like that. So um, be responsible. Okay. Well, peace. Namaste.